Hey guys, welcome to Devlog number 4 of Menagerie. I'm trying a different style this time, let me know what you guys think. So I started off this week by working more on the resource system. Before, if you were to punch a tree, or any resource for that matter, you would only get like a base range of amounts of resources. That didn't really make sense, but basically, before, if you were to punch this tree and this tree, you'd get the same amount of resources. But now, the scale is taken into effect, so if I punch this normal tree, I only get like 2 per hit. But if I punch this big tree, I get like 12 per hit, and there's supposed to be a range, but like, guys, yeah, see 10 and 11 and stuff. So this tree gives 5 times more than the normal tree, and it also has 5 times the health as a normal tree. And you might be wondering why this rock supposedly is called a tree. Well, that's the next thing I added. So with this data table system of adding resources, you can only assign one mesh. So that would mean like you can't have different biomes with different types of like trees. So you won't be able to have like redwood trees. But I added a mesh override system, so you can assign a different mesh, and you can say mesh multiplier, which also multiplies like the health and resources given from that tree. So for example, a redwood tree might give more wood than a normal tree, so you could set the scale to 1, but then increase the mesh multiplier to like 2, so you get double the wood. And I don't have a redwood tree asset or model made yet, so I just use a rock. And if I punch it, you can see I get 4 wood instead of the 2 I will get from a normal tree. And that's basically the new resource improvements. And then I decided to work on interaction for structures. So as you can see, when you walk up close enough to a structure and look at it, an interact like pop-up shows up. So when you interact, or well, press the interact key, an interact menu pops up and it shows all the options you have for interacting with that object. And in this case, this floor only has the demolish option, so if I click that, I can demolish it. Well, what if I don't want to interact with it? Well, you can just press the interact key again and the pop-up goes away. So that's pretty much the interact system. It works on anything that has an interact menu. So like all of these have interact menus. With the interaction done, I decided to make a workbench. And as you can see, this is the workbench. It's not half bad. It just looks like just a standard old workbench. I added some like a saw and a hammer on top just for decoration. So if you interact with it, you can see you have the demolish option and an inventory option. So if we click on the inventory option, you can see that, well, I'm not sure if you noticed, but this pop-up moved to the center of the screen. If I show you like this, it moves to the center of the screen. So this like makes it look better, and yeah, I really like the feel of it. But well, you may be wondering, what is a workbench? Basically, a workbench lets you craft items. So if you go into the crafting menu, you can see we can craft the iron axe and iron pickaxe from this, but nothing else, because you can craft the other things from your player inventory. So the workbench, if you're wondering, costs 25 wood, and I feel like that's a good value for it. So you may be wondering, how do you get the iron for those pickaxes, for well, the pickaxe and the axe? So as you can see, I have a new structure and a new resource in front of me. So let's go to the resource first because it makes more sense. So this is a iron rock, and if you hit it you have a chance of getting iron, and the chance of iron is much higher than from a normal rock, which is like a 2% chance. But as you can see, I have some iron ore. Let me know what you guys think of the icon. I'm not sure if I should change it to be less crystal-y or not, but let's just switch to a stone pickaxe and get some iron so we can smelt it in a furnace. So as you can see, we have the furnace and a demolish option, inventory option, and activate option. So in the furnace you can put wood and iron ore to smelt into iron ingots. So as you can see, if we press activate, smoke rises up and you start smelting iron and wood. The wood acts as the fuel source, as you probably guessed, and all the iron ore smelts into the iron ingots. For testing purposes, this is sped up, like it's only like a 3 or 4 second delay for like smelting each of these, but as you can see, we get iron ingots that we can then use to craft an iron pickaxe and axe with the workbench. So we have all the iron, and then we can deactivate it. And some nice features of this of the furnace is that you can't put like stone or pickaxes in it because those can't be smelted or burned, which I feel like gives the player more clarity as to what they can put in the furnace. So as you can see, we have 9 ingots and no more iron ore. And one last thing about this, if you run out of the fuel in a second or two, it'll automatically turn off, and like that, and the smoke dissipates. And that's really it for the furnace. And then you can obviously craft a workbench, place it, maybe, okay, not yet. Let me place it real quick. And I'm not sure if we have enough iron, but you can make the iron axe or the pickaxe, but I don't have enough iron for it, so I can't make it yet. But that's basically the furnace. And let me know what you guys think of the furnace, the smoke of it, and let me know, what should I fill this like hole with? Should I add like, I don't know what I should fill it with. I couldn't really think of anything, but yeah, that's it for the furnace. Alright, that's it for this week's devlog. Leave any feedback you have in the comments down below, and I'll see you hopefully next week.